Here we are. Welcome. It is episode 27, I believe. This is the Three Ugly Mugs, but there's really four of us. There's always an ugly one in the background somewhere doing things. I'm Johnny B. Along with me, the mugs you can see. Matt Fernandez is here.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, yeah.
Happy St. Patty's Day.
Yeah.
Tory.
Yep.
John J. Murray, everybody. Top of the morning.
Top of the morning to you. I'm going to eat a potato.
I'm not wearing anything green, but I have that filthy Irish blood in me, so I'm good.
You're a ginger, so.
I'm set for life. Stop calling me that. You're not allowed to use that word.
Slow, dude. I can do it because I'm also Irish, you stinky ginger.
My last name is Murray.
I always knew I wanted to fight you.
That's right.
I found out just a few years ago that my great-grandfather did not immigrate here to the United States. He killed a man in a knife fight at a card game and then stowed away on a ship and escaped to America. So that's how Irish I am.
That's the vibe you give.
Was that the first episode of this season of Righteous Gemstones? What did you do?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was that. That's my origin story. You got to go back. Yeah, so stabbing guys, gambling, drinking.
Did I tell you? Did I tell you that's similar with me? Like I did the Ancestry.com a few years ago. My wife and I did. And that was when I found out
he has AIDS.
Yeah. Found out I'm just fat. That's what it said. It was a little picture of butter. No,
This is a note that says, "Ooh, stop sending us this."
I know, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
We don't like this DNA.
No, I thought I really had like Cuban blood. I thought I had some black in me because my last name's Bell, and I've never met a white named Bell.
That's true.
Yeah, a lot of black bells. Then I found out later that's because they took on their slave owners' names, any hoosers. But
You're the only white people to take.
We are 5 minutes into the episode.
I found out anyway. But I found out that I'm 90% Irish and 10% like English. So I'm like very.
Sense.
Very
white
white.
as shit.
Yeah. Super duper
I
white.
found out I'm like 12% French. That was a bummer.
Yeah, hey,
What's
dude.
wrong with French?
Fucking pussies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking
Non-deodorant
Yeah,
wearing pussies.
They were
surrendering
only-
bitches.
They were
Nazi
pussies 100
Nazi
years ago. But
aiders.
if you go back 150 years or 200 years, they had a fucking empire.
They wore dumb wigs. Fuck them.
They
Yeah,
did dress like
jack off.
They do.
pussies.
I mean, their cooking is
But
top
they
notch.
took, they
I'll
took
give
over
them that.
most of Europe, though.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool.
Good for them.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to me, you jack-offs. So I found out through a cousin that I didn't know was my cousin, and we started chatting, right? Somebody I knew for a while, and then we found out we were cousins. We both found out through Ancestry.com. She told me about our grandfather. Now, this guy, I had no idea, like my dad's dad. My dad told me he left when he was a kid, and he didn't really know him. Apparently, this guy was like a street fighter in like the 50s and like kind of a bad dude. Like he was married like 4 times. He was in and out of prison pretty much his entire life. He has like 11 different kids, including my dad, just all over the place. But he was just
Like
this guy.
Bronson. You ever see that movie with Tom Hardy?
Wait, we're talking about an Irish guy, right?
Well, this is my grandfather. Yeah,
definitely.
He's
he was a
Brad Pitt
fighter.
from
He was a-
Snatch.
he was a
Yeah.
He's
drunk
fucking
and-
hard as a coffin nail.
Yeah,
Top of the
dude.
morning to you.
I mean,
You
wild
like
though. Like,
dags?
He's a gypsy. You
like
come
dags?
from gypsies. Yeah.
not a gypsy, just a mean old white guy that would he sold drugs and he had hookers and he fought people. That was what he did, and
No,
apparently
man,
he
sounds
murdered
gypsy
somebody.
adjacent.
Yeah. So I don't know.
That's pretty
But,
awesome. But I mean, I feel like that's par for the course for old Irish people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit,
Happy
shit was
St.
gnarly back
Patrick's
then,
Day.
dude. Yeah.
Just every now and then, when somebody pisses me off, I just like, I could just drink some whiskey and kill somebody. But I don't. It's a lot.
Well, what are we drinking today? Anything?
Oh my God. Glad you asked, dude. I stole my wife's gay cup and I put some iced tea in it.
Is that a Stanley cup?
No, it's like a knockoff. This is like
Knockoff Stanley?
I call it my manly cup. You know what I mean? Because it's not a Stanley. No, I got some
It is
iced tea in
pink.
there. It's I'm trying not to drink in the daytime right now. And look, it's St. Patrick's Day. Everybody's getting drunk today because it's fucking amateur hour. Everybody, look at me.
I'm the only one drinking on St. Patty's Day.
Yeah.
I'm drinking Gatorade Zero. No sugar, all the
Good for you, buddy.
electrolytes.
Hydrate.
Yeah, I went hard this weekend, so
Nice.
Well, you're
I
in
need
Altamont
to.
Springs.
Yeah, I was out in the sticks doing shows. Yeah,
I saw the
drinking
video
a
you posted. That's a good looking new club, man.
hazy
it was fun.
IPA.
Oh,
But
Hazy-
let's
Hazy
get
Little
into Matt's
Things
fucking
classic.
weekend.
What? Oh
said-
yeah, it was
yeah.
fun. Great shows were great. Sean Guest came with me.
Did he stay in your room with you?
No, he did not. They
Okay,
gave us
good.
separate rooms.
Nice.
They gave you
I-
two,
I-
they gave a room to the feature?
I would have yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
Been like, you can't stay with me. He asked me if he could ride with me, and I was like, no, get your own. You have your own car. I hate
Yeah,
that. If
I don't
you're
like
a
it either.
feature, be funny and have your own car. Those are the best. Because when I'm driving out, like I like to put my set together and whatever, have
Zone.
my own time. Yeah, zone out.
I
shows
hired
were
a
fun.
feature. I hired a feature in Daytona Friday night, and same thing. My first thought was I need to hire somebody either near Daytona or in between here and there, because I don't want to hang out with anybody. I just want to ride, listen to a podcast, fight this dumb traffic, think about my set, stop when I want to stop, not have to fucking accommodate anybody. It was beautiful. I got Joe Lamons from Winter Haven. It's actually pretty damn solid. So
I thought his name was Lemons. This whole
maybe,
time.
I don't know. I'm probably saying it
Stand
wrong.
up is it's so solitary that it kind of tricks you into loving your alone time.
Yes.
Because it's like you're forced to be alone in the beginning, and you're just in a lot of hotel rooms by yourself, and then you kind of learn to like love it. So that when another comic wants to hang out with you, you're like, not the whole weekend.
Yeah.
I'll hang out with you at the show, dude. I'll see you there. I
do a lot of alone time in the room, or go to the movies by myself.
Yeah. Oh yeah. If I'm in a shitty town, I'll go to the movies by myself for sure.
Yeah.
A lot.
I'll buy a ticket for a movie that takes place in like 3 hours and go sneak into another movie and then see the movie I bought the ticket for. But I almost shot someone on Saturday night because he wouldn't stop following me through the parking lot.
That's never a good feeling.
I left the club and like there's not a lot of places you can go. I left the club and came out left.
So yeah,
and he wasn't even at the show. He was hanging out in the parking lot.
Explain exactly where the new club, the new Bonkers Club
it's in
is.
Altamont Springs. It's called the Rain RAYN Lounge.
Okay.
But it's in a hotel. It's a nice hotel or whatever. But I came out and he was just hanging out in the parking lot like by himself, which was already like, what's that about? And then I was walking to my car and I was walking down and I hear him like just start following me.
You
And I
hear him
stop and
following
like-
you? Was he breathing?
No, I can hear his footsteps. We're the only ones in the parking lot. I would have immediately shot him if I heard that sound.
He was just humming the Benny Hill music. That's how you knew he was following you faster and faster. You're like, whoa, zoinks.
But I stopped and I pretended to like look at my phone to see like if it was like really, or maybe I was just in my own head. But then he stopped and I was like, all right. And then I put my phone away and I kept walking and he kept walking. And then I turned left down the parking lot. And once you turn left, there's only cars and the hotel door. And I'm like walking clearly towards the cars. Like I'm not going anywhere near the hotel.
Why are you going to the car?
Because I'm leaving. This is after the Saturday show. I'm driving back.
Oh, you're driving back.
This is
on.
this is
You're not
before I
staying
leave.
Saturday
Yeah, I'm not
night.
staying
Okay.
Saturday night. I just drove back. But I'm walking towards the car and I'm like parked at the very end. So I'm like, okay, maybe his car's over here. And he keeps following me. And then I'm at my car. I'm like at the last car I could be at. And he's still like coming up right behind me. So I like pretend to drop my keys because I have an ankle holster.
Oh,
and
is
then
that
I
what you're
just-
supposed to do when you have an ankle holster?
That's what I did.
that
I
what
don't
they
know.
tell you?
No. I mean, it's
And
just
Matt's
what I
such a
thought it
rookie.
was.
He yelled out, "Oh, whoops!
Whoopsie!
Oh, damn!
Oopsie daisy. No, but then I just kind of like kneeled down and like had my hand on the gun and like he stopped and he stopped and he stopped and then he finally just did a U-turn and like walked back
so
the other
he
way.
was
So he was
coming for
definitely
you.
following me.
Yeah.
I don't know what his intentions were.
Yeah, have you
but
heard
it
about
was
our
weird.
Lord and Savior Jesus Christ?
It was super sketchy. Anyway,
Man, you got $1.
I did have that thought. I was like, maybe. Hey man, can I borrow $2 for
No,
gas?
you-
Just empty the clip.
Every dude that's begging for $1 knows that you ask for $1 in the front of the parking
Yeah,
lot.
for sure.
Not in the
You don't
fucking
fo- you
back
don't-
of the parking
you don't
lot.
follow
Everybody
anyone through
knows
a
that,
parking lot.
okay?
What if I had been a woman? Like, I can't imagine how scary that shit
Yeah, it would
must
be
be.
super scary.
Fucking
Yeah.
terrible.
That's
Women
right.
should get like the biggest guns.
I thought I might get shot Friday night because the gig I had in Daytona was pretty weird. It was a weird gig. So I get hired. This British guy hires me, super nice. But he says, "Hey, I need." He goes, "Somebody told me
This is the
about
one
you."
accent you don't do. This is the one fucking accent you don't do.
Well, if it was a black British guy, I can nail it. But like, hell no, crumpets. Anyway, but no, but he said somebody from Orlando gave him my name because they wanted the dirtiest comedian in Florida to roast a bunch of old guys that are part of some they're like Shriners or something. They were
Like
doing
the Moose Lodge or something.
something. Yeah, they
Elks
do a lot of
Lodge.
they do a lot of charitable stuff and everything. They wanted me to come in and do a 2-hour show and roast everybody along with doing stand up. So I brought the feature with me, and I was like, this is gonna be weird, dude. Like they gave me like the president of the whole thing. They were like, we want you to roast him the hardest. And I said, well, give me information on him. I said, give me his Facebook or something. I got to do some research.
He's a huge racist.
Well, no, they were nice guys, but he sent me the guy's Facebook, and he never posted anything. So I had like 5 facts about the guy that I had to write everything based on those 5 things. And I finally I'm going to ad lib it. So I ended up going around the room and roasting everybody, like every single person on the fly.
Roast every single person on their
That's what they really want.
Oh yeah, dude. And I was just laying into them hard, and these guys were tipping like I was a stripper, and they paid me really well to be there.
Signed up for, I guess.
Dude. So it ended up being a fun night. There was a bunch of just drunks. They were so drunk and so old. 2 of them fell asleep like in the middle of everything. And I took some selfies with them.
People fucking party.
They party too hard. They don't realize they can't party that hard anymore, so they do end up like getting real fucked up sometimes. How much time did you have to do?
I mean, they wanted a 2-hour show, so my feature ended up doing like 40 minutes because he was also roasting him. He was going in on him too, and he did a great job. And then I went up and finished him off, and it was fun. Yeah, it was weird. I was driving back on the way home, and I got this, I got a bunch of cash. I'm just like, I guess I earned this. This is crazy. I just insulted people for a while. It was fun.
It's almost like you're a dominatrix,
Yeah, and then Saturday, I headlined
maybe I'll put out a tip bucket at the Divine Roast. That's a good idea.
Dude, seriously, it was fun, and especially if they want you to roast somebody in the audience, you know what I mean? Like, hey, we'll roast any of these motherfuckers on the fly.
Johnny did tips one time where he just put out he just printed sheets of paper with our QR code for our Venmos.
Yeah, Matt did one of those. Yeah. So
that was at the head shop.
Yeah, the
Dignitary. Yeah,
the Dignitary. That place is actually pretty fun.
It's a cool little vibe there. Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, it's 420 friendly and everything. If you're into that scene, it's good. Saturday, a guy got thrown out, and the cops called on him at my show on Saturday. So that was something.
This isn't the roast show?
No, that was Friday. Saturday, I was at the Tiki Cove, and it was where I had my wedding shower. But
okay.
So they put together a comedy show there and had me headline it. I almost
remember that.
Yeah.
It was a nice place. I mean, it was a nice place.
Well, there was nowhere to sit in the place. It was completely packed, standing room only, and it was a lot of people there. Well, Manny was hosting the thing. Manny Gassett, local comic and buddy of mine. He said something that offended somebody in the crowd. It was one of these trigger words, and the guy was just flipping out, and I was. It was something like that. Yeah, I think
Repeat it.
I think it was the hard R. Yeah, oof. But no, the R being the first letter, not the last letter. Yeah.
Oh.
Anyway.
Oh, you said that one. Some people get real upset about that.
I know. Well, but they need to realize they're at a comedy show.
I'm going to say that word today.
Yeah.
Probably several times. Yeah.
Just said it.
You know who I'm not going to say it to? Somebody with Down syndrome, because that would be
I'm
going
to say it to probably my stepson.
Thank you. Yes. I agree. It can be very wrong in the wrong context around the wrong people. Don't do it. It's wrong, right? It's a bullshit move.
Like that line in Rocky. Take her to the zoo, Rock.
So funny, dude.
What?
Retards love the zoo. Yeah, that's great.
That's a famous line from Rocky.
So good, dude.
Stallone wrote that.
Yeah. Here's a fun fact about that movie. Did you know he wrote Rocky, and he I guess I forget what movie it was, Paramount or Sony, whoever was doing the movie, they wanted to get a mainstream well-known actor Charles Bronson or some crap, and he stood up for himself. He goes, no, I'm starring in this movie. They're like, well, you've done commercials and stuff. We want to make sure. And he goes, Either I star in it or the movie.
Yeah, Bothwell, you got it. You're on the top of things.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he did porn. That's right.
Yeah. So
of course, Bothwell knew that.
Yeah.
That's his favorite Rocky.
He's got his whole catalog.
But yeah, he stood up for himself, and I guess it turned out pretty well for him. But anyway,
he got way less money for it, but ended up.
He got an Oscar. Who gives a shit?
It
gave him his whole career. Yeah.
So the guy that was mad at Manny was louder than Manny's PA system, which he needs to upgrade at now because we know now, right?
Well, anything that's outdoors, that shit dissipates really quick.
Oh, yeah. So Manny just brings me up. I guess I had to tell him too. He's still learning. He's been doing comedy a year, right? So I told him, I said, hey, next time you deal with your heckler, don't just bail and bring. He goes, well, I guess we'll just bring Johnny B up now, everybody. And then
fight him.
The guy's still yelling. I walk up on stage and the guy, and I go, what is your problem, dude? Why are you freaking out? While this is happening, I had used to be family members from my first marriage that I've known from when I was like growing up, like my first wife's cousins, like grew up in my neighborhood in Seminole Heights. So they're very ghetto like me. And I knew them, like way, way back in the day. They were at the show. They came to see me. And her cousin, he's nothing to fuck around with, right? He's a guy that will punch you in the face if he needs to, He saw the guy yelling at me. He beelines over there. And I'm like, oh no. Seminole Heights is going after this guy. And I say to the guy, I go, dude, what is wrong with you? Why are you yelling? And he goes, what the other comedian said. And I go, what did he say to make you so mad? And he goes, he said the word for Down syndrome. And he was like mad. And I go, buddy, you're being a little retarded right now. And the crowd just goes completely nuts. And I'm just trying to like lighten it up a little bit, and it didn't. And then all of a sudden, my old school family member, I look over, he's mushing the guy's face and dragging him out of the place. And I'm like, oh no.
He just decided he was the bouncer.
Yeah. Well, he was like, you're not going to mess with Johnny. So he just grabs a guy and they take him out. And apparently I'm so wrapped up in, when I'm doing a show, everything around me just kind of like disappears if it's not near the stage. Apparently they called the cops on him while I was doing my set, out in the parking lot, drug him out of there and everything else. And I never saw police lights. I never saw anything. And it was an outdoor show. I never saw any of it, but it ended up being fun. And I met a lot of listeners and from the radio stuff, and everybody bought my merch. And yeah, so it was a good comedy weekend, but a weird comedy weekend.
Where do you think that comes from? That type of outrage that like gets that big? Because like I get being offended by a joke. Like
he probably has a family member with Down syndrome.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
probably has a kid.
Like that.
Yeah,
but like I don't give a fuck. Also,
no, people internalize it and they think that you're obviously making fun of the person that they know specifically and not just speaking as a joke. It's not real.
Yeah, it's fake stuff, It's like you ever see a movie and there's like a bad guy in the movie and he like does a bunch of bad stuff. That's all fake. We don't have to get offended about it.
No.
Oh.
I think some people are ready to be offended. Like they're just, they're cocked and ready, waiting for one of their words that they, their trigger words, so they can be, a martyr for the cause or something. They
had to kick a guy out last year because he was too offended from Mike Rivera's jokes.
Wow. See?
And he was ready to fight because Mike Rivera offended.
Was he a middle school student?
I guess his kids went to the middle school that he taught to.
Oh, God.
And he was like, how dare you say that about the kids?
You fucking loser.
Like,
fuck you and your kid, buddy.
Your kid is fucking stupid. God. You know he is.
Yeah. Fuck people, dude. That's my attitude. Like I'm gonna do my set, and if you're coming to my show that I'm headlining, and it's not for a booker that I know has a certain standard, and you got to like kind of follow guidelines. Oh, hi everybody. Sorry, I don't know what that was all about. Anyway.
Wait, you're not gonna explain that?
It was a reminder on my phone. Not a big deal. Yeah. One that I didn't need, that I just left on there like a jack off. So, yeah. There you go. Ta-da. Yeah. Anyway, back to the podcast, everybody. Yeah. So, John, you did Jack Polino's with the Irish Black and the Persian.
Yeah, I thought it would be funny if I did the St. Patty's Day show and just didn't hire any Irish people.
Yeah, that is hilarious.
Yeah.
And I just called it Luck of the Irish Comedy Show because I think that's funny. Yeah, they both did great, man. Fucking JJ and Farzan Maradi, JJ Curry, they've both like leveled up their sets. Like they're still doing a lot of the same stuff that you saw them when they were living here, but like with like way more like tags and more connections throughout the set. It's just so much fucking tighter. These guys are definitely killing it. Yeah, so it was supposed to be like I booked it as like a joke for St. Patty's Day, but I had Bothwell do a guest set, and I inadvertently booked 3 military veterans and a dude from Iran. So that was weird. That ended up being a thing.
I like it. I like it a lot.
I promised that I was not picking on him when I booked this. He's just my friend, and he was in town, and we all wanted to hang out.
He just happens to be Middle Eastern.
Yeah.
He should have strapped some like road flares to his chest when he got on stage and made it real cool.
He did. He's. I don't want to spoil his bits, but if you could find Farzan Maradi, I think he's doing Instagram. Check out some of his bits on Instagram.
Yeah, he's very funny.
It's fucking really funny, and obviously everybody knows JJ's funny. Really appreciate those guys coming to town. And I think the next show we are doing, April 11th, Jared Walker and Steve Eric are going to be or April 5th, sorry. They're going to be at Jack Polino's, and we have a show in Ybor at the Commodore.
Jared Walker and Steve Eric, brought to you by Crunch Fitness.
They're the perfect representatives at a pizza place, okay?
Brought to you by...
Jared eats there once a year, or once a week, I'm sorry.
Can I come to a guest set just so I feel good about myself?
Yeah. But yeah, and then we're doing a show for Pride Week at Jack Polino's on May 31st. So I got Jeff Klein, obviously only gay person I know.
Oh man,
comedy.
I thought you were gonna do what you did with the St. Patrick's Day and just get
book straight guys.
Just book the straightest guys.
Just 3 Proud Boys, you know. Like it's Pride Week.
Proud comedy night. Yeah, not Pride. It's Proud.
That'd be funny.
No, I got Jeff Klein headlining that, and then a menagerie of other queer comics showcasing, and Lauren Gray is going to host that for me because I'm sitting out the gay show. I'm too masculine and I'm too straight, guys. Okay,
that's what gay guys say.
I was gonna say too much masculine energy for this. Okay, I'm so straight that it just kills the vibe in the room.
You said menagerie. That's pretty gay.
That's pretty gay.
Yeah.
Just because I'm well read doesn't mean that.
Nice lexicon.
Saying you're well read is
all
gay.
All right, fine. I'll suck your dicks. Okay, just get off my back. Yeah, now's a good time to shout out all of our socials. I'll throw that.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Instagram, we got at John J S Planet, at Matt Fernandez World, at Johnny B Tampa, at 3 Ugly Mugs, and at JRB Comedy. We should add him on there. He's our producer. Oops.
He did that.
Jesus Christ.
Morning Zoo, everybody.
Get the sound effects under control.
I was trying to play a sound like music in the background that would be kind of cool with our announcement.
Nope. It was the failure noise.
Yep.
I don't even know what soundboard I have. Hold on. You're welcome.
This is the Howard Stern 1997 soundboard.
I'm trying out.
This isn't your radio show, Johnny. We're on a podcast.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. I apologize.
Also, remember, to follow us on YouTube or Spotify because we are video on those platforms, so you can see our lovely, ugly mugs.
Hi.
And Matt Fernandez being rude for some reason.
It's not very nice.
That's
at all.
just for the people watching. They'll like it.
They'll like it.
Yeah.
That was just for you, watchers. Fuck you, listeners.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's get into some actual fucking sports.
Exciting, dude. Things are starting to bubble up now. We're almost at baseball. We got more things happening in football. Basketball is almost entertaining. I actually won a parlay with college basketball yesterday. It's crazy.
College basketball has been pretty good, but NBA has still been boring. I've been tuning in every once in a while.
Yeah. I only watch it because I can gamble on it. That's the only reason why it's exciting to me. So
I learned on John Oliver's show last night that you can gamble on like Norwegian ping pong games at like 3:00 in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
Brian Aldridge does that.
Does he?
Yeah.
That sounds insane.
I was like, hey, Brian, I bet on football now. Do you? And he was like, kid.
Kid, let me tell you something.
I bet on fucking like curling.
He literally gambles on the WWE.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. He gambles real money on a fake sport. Well, I guess it's not real money. It's cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
Well, if you go
the way he does, shut up.
if you go on like the Hard Rock app is what we can legally do here in Florida.
Yes.
There's a little tab that says live, and whatever is live you could bet on right then. And yeah, he's right. At 4 a.m, it's just Russian ping pong. It's amazing.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's dumb.
So
Anyway.
we want to get into
Jamar Chase and
Yeah.
T. Higgins took all the Bengals money along
Good.
with Joe Burrow.
Somebody needs to take the
That
money.
defense is it's like, you're redoing your house, but you're only redoing the living room.
Yeah.
Your bathroom, no toilets.
I bought this really good chair.
Yeah. Kitchen, just no fridge.
Yeah, those are their core players, so I guess they have to do that to keep asses in seats, but their defense is so garbage. Are they just going to try to draft really well, or
I think their
probably have
biggest
to.
money-making thing right now is just merch. So they have to keep those guys just to sell T-shirts.
yeah,
T. Higgins gets hurt every year. He's missed games every single year. I wouldn't have given him that much money.
How much was it?
I think he got 115
Yeah.
for 4 years, I believe. But yeah, man, I think he missed like 5 or 6 games last year. He missed games the year before that.
He's a number 2,
year.
and he's making more than Mike Evans. He's
That's weird.
It's just
Hey,
dumb.
you player.
The Bucks are very good at getting people on the cheap. You know what I mean? Like, I guess.
Well, people, the guys like to live here.
Yeah.
Everybody that all of the players that live here really like it. And it's a loyal fan base.
Yeah.
And it's a good place to live. No state income tax. I mean, everybody wants to live here, like you said. And the team seems to be very good about rewarding the players that deserve to get the second and third contracts. And so they're pretty good about that. Like if you put up the numbers and you're, like a good person, you're not in trouble every 5 minutes, then the Bucks like to give you money. They will pay you. So that's good. I mean, might not be $1 billion, but you're going to be, pretty damn wealthy and live in a great city and play for a team that's always contending.
And make the playoffs every year. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm fine with I like what they did with Jamar Chase. He deserved every fucking penny of that money.
Mhm.
He is clearly the best in the league.
Right.
I just wouldn't have given T. Higgins that much money.
No, I didn't get that one either. That was a little weird. It seems like, especially with this draft coming up, real deep in wide receiver, like a lot of good wide receivers in this draft. Like it's exciting to think that Bucks might grab one in the first 3 or 4 rounds just to beef up that receiver room more than it already is, and also to have somebody coming up the ranks for when Evans retires in a couple of years and all that stuff. So I don't know what.
In what round are you saying?
I would
wouldn't
say
go first.
Not first,
No.
right?
I wouldn't put it past them. If it's the best player, if there's a Matthew Golden or the guy's name I can't pronounce from
Taquate
Ohio
or
State.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. So they say he's a Chris Godwin clone, the guy from Ohio State. So, if you can get another Chris Godwin, you get another Chris Godwin. But,
Anytime they start saying shit like that, their knees turn into a bag of glass.
oh no, don't do it. Don't do it, buddy.
He's an exact clone of Chris
He's a
Godwin.
clone of
His
exactly,
knees are
and then
awful.
just done.
His knee is fine. It was his ankle that got completely dislocated this last time. It'll be fine. I got the full list of the Bucks re-signings because it's a lot more than you actually think. Like we re-signed a lot of people, and that's something the Bucks do in free agency too. They don't make a lot of splashes bringing in new people. The splashes are keeping the great people and not losing them, and then letting the shit balls go, which they did some of that.
I heard we're going to get Aaron Rodgers as a backup.
No, we're not.
Please no.
You know why? Because we re-signed Kyle Trask.
Yes,
1
I
year,
did see that.
$2.78 million.
Man, he is the healthiest, richest, non-workingest motherfucker.
He's got the dream job.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm
I'm
gonna
not-
sit back and collect my checks.
I'm not mad at that signing at all. Like he knows
not
this
mad at
For
it.
system.
$2 million, that's fine.
Well, it's only guaranteed like 1 point something million, but
Yeah.
But he knows
if
the
Baker
system.
needs to take a couple plays off, he handles it.
Yeah. If we're ever up by 40,
Yeah.
get your ass in there.
Well, the bottom line is if your backup needs to play more than 2 games, you're not going to the fucking playoffs anyway. I don't care who your backup is. It could be Gardner Minshew.
Always.
You're fucked, right? So, obviously, the big one we talked about last week, Chris Godwin, 3 years, $66 million. Ben Bredeson was a great re-sign. A lot of people were like, "Oh, we don't need to bring him back." You're a fucking idiot. We got a top 5 offensive line. Why fuck with it? Bring Bredesen back, especially for 3 years, $22 million.
But Johnny, he might somehow have gotten worse.
Sure.
That's usually the argument that I hear is like, well, he's 1 year older.
I know. Just stop, dude. Stop it. Levante David, obviously, 1 more year, $10 million. That's a great 1 year deal for him. He just keeps on doing these 1 years until he decides when he wants to hang it up. But he's still playing top notch, so bring him on back.
He was our best player last year on defense.
Yeah, he's awesome. Anthony Nelson. I love that. Bringing him back. That guy only played 30% of the snaps and had 5.5 sacks. So JTS is gone. He's a Brown.
Thank God. That dude was the biggest bust. I had such high hopes for Tryon, and he was not good. He was built like Jason. He was long, looked like Jason Taylor.
Yeah, he's tall.
Sure. Yeah. No, give him that 70%. And we have Reddick coming in. That was our big signing, Hassan Reddick. But besides that, we also are probably going to use a high draft pick on another edge rusher. Or it's not too late to still sign, to still trade for somebody or still sign somebody off the street. There's still people out there that can fill some holes. But you got to think we have the draft pick from last year, the guy from Alabama that, he's coming in for his second year. He didn't get a lot of playing time. We still got pretty deep practice squad edge rushers and all that. So you're looking right now, you got Yaya Diaby on one side, you're going to have Reddick on the other side, and then, Anthony Nelson coming in there, and all the other backups and whoever we draft could be pretty good. The other ones we re-signed, Sterling Shepard, 1 year coming back. I'm not mad at that either.
That's just for Baker. He's Baker Mayfield's fucking emotional support receiver.
I mean, he had some good clutch first down
Oklahoma
catches
together.
Yeah, he's all right.
He's allowed in the restaurant. He's a service receiver.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, the other ones are like
in Baker's lap when they fly.
I love it. We got Merriweather was another one. CJ Brewer, that guy actually played very well on defensive line as a backup, coming in and giving breaks for people. So that's good. The guys that are still free agents that are Buccaneers, that were last Buccaneers that are out there, Shaq Barrett still hasn't signed with anybody. I'm not sure if he's going to come back and try another year with us. Will Golston, that's another guy that's, he's been hinting around retiring for a couple of years. Chase Edmonds, running back, we don't need him. He's unhealthy. Mike Edwards, safety, kind of a guy that's fallen off. They announced today that they are moving on from Jordan Whitehead. He will not be a Buccaneer. So
okay,
he gone. He had an off season, and then he had that crash and couldn't make it to the playoffs because he wrecked his Ferrari and hurt his neck. And get out of here. So JJ Russell's gone.
That wasn't his fault, though. Somebody crashed into him.
He was speeding, they said. So he was running late for practice. So I don't know. Either way,
somebody crashed into him. He was not the at-fault party.
Look, I don't care who crashes into who there, Dave Matthews. You're not on the team anymore. All right. Yeah. I'm excited. They announced that they're moving Tyke Smith to safety, where Whitehead was, so he could be on the field 100% of the time and not play in a nickel spot. So Antoine Winfield Jr. needs to have a bounce back year. He was kind of last year after coming off the injury. Right. So the defense could be fucking real sexy if we can get some pressure with the front four on the quarterbacks. So I'm excited.
We got to go edge rusher or I would accept a DB, but we really need edge rushers.
Yeah. Improve the defense. I think we're making it. I think we're winning the division 100%.
Also, guys, field position is everything, and I'm pretty excited about a guy that sounds like a country artist. He's our new punter. His name is Riley Dixon.
Riley Dixon.
Yeah, also a good porn name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Luke
He was
Bryan.
Yeah, Luke Bryan.
he was with the Broncos, and we just signed him 2 years, $6 million. $3 million a year is good for a punter. So
Yeah.
We gave him more than Kyle Trask.
yeah, dude.
Suck it, Trask.
Well, he'll play more than Kyle
punters,
Trask.
It's true.
punters have to take snaps in practice too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have to know the QB position a little bit.
Yeah, his uniform would be way more dirty than Kyle Trask's uniform.
That's true.
Just by being on the field. But honestly, our punters really don't play that much because we have one of the best offenses in the league. So
It's the best third down conversion rate, I think.
And we always have to score because our defense is awful.
Yeah.
well, we're gonna change that.
Yeah, we need to score every drive.
I definitely need Antoine Winfield Jr. I mean, he's the highest paid safety in the league. You gotta act like it.
Yeah, we lost Robert Hainsey to the Jaguars. He went up there, and good for him. He got 3 years, $21 million. He was our backup. He'll be a starter. Good for him. KJ Britt gone to the Dolphins. Bye. You're too slow. You can't cover anybody. Justin School. Remember that guy that got allowed 5 sacks?
Shul. Yeah, I remember Shul.
It's pronounced
School. Well, I've heard people say Schooly, but then I heard somebody say it was School.
No, I remember when Aiden Hutchinson murdered him live on TV.
Yeah. Poor guy. So he gone. We picked up a guy named Charlie Heck. It played for the 49ers. He'll be the replacement for old Schooly. And he looks kind of like a Barney Badass. He was a backup for the 49ers, but he was sitting behind, a future Hall of Famer. So, good. That's some good depth there. So, I don't know. It's looking all right for us. We'll see what happens with the draft, but I got full confidence that we'll be good. And speaking of draft, will this be a good segue, guys, into Matt's Sexy Boy of the Week?
Bring up my stud.
The studs.
Oh, I always mess up the name. My bad, dude.
Matt's young studs.
Matt's sexy young boy. Matt's hot, sticky adolescent.
My badass baby.
Curbside dreams, dirt tough hands, rebel crew, no master plans. Amplify.
God, I hate it so much. All right.
Woo! Dirt tough hands. Get in that van.
This week's young stud, he would be hard to take down.
Matt's not taking it.
We're doing Mason Graham, defensive tackle from Michigan.
This guy followed Matt through a parking lot in Altamont Springs.
He's a beast, man. He's gonna go top 10, but I don't think he's gonna be a sack master. I don't think he's gonna be one of those guys. He's just gonna be a solid interior lineman. He was a 2-time All-American. He won the MVP of the 2023 Rose Bowl, which, I mean, for an interior defensive lineman is fucking
that's
crazy. Like, I don't know how that happened. He's not a sack guy. He's just really solid, and he doesn't have any glaring weaknesses. He doesn't have any injuries. He's never really been hurt, and he started as soon as he walked in as a freshman, which is always nice.
Is he a senior now?
He's a junior. He played 3 years, and he's coming out this year. But I think he's going to be just really solid all the way around, because I just don't think he's going to be, a 10, 12, 15 sack type of guy.
When I was coaching defensive line back in the old days, a player like him we like to call a problem, right? He's a problem no matter what he's doing, no matter what the play is. If it's a pass play, he's a problem. If it's a run play, he's a problem. Whoever's in front of him, he's got a problem. So, yeah, that's what that guy is. And much like a Vita Vea type.
He's just all around good.
Yeah, it's just a fucking problem. So, yeah, I like it. That's what you want on your line, offense and defense. You want the guys in the trenches to be a fucking problem, and that's what that guy is. Yeah, he'll be gone.
He never lost any rivalry games. He beat Ohio State and Michigan State. It's 3-0.
Who do you think goes for him?
He could go pretty early. I mean, it wouldn't blow. I mean, who's got the 4th pick? Who is it? Arizona?
Yeah,
or New York?
Yeah, they're
New York.
New York is gonna draft a quarterback.
Yeah, they'll get a quarterback.
Yeah, that's probably Shedeur Sanders or Cam Ward, whoever's there for them, or they might even trade up, knowing how dumb they are, but they might do it.
Unless they want to play with their fucking punter, they need a quarterback.
Yeah, no, I could see him going to like the Raiders. I could see that. I think they have
He
what
could,
the
he could definitely
seventh
be a
or eighth
Raiders guy. Yeah.
pick. Yeah, so they're beefing up, and
James
They
is
have-
saying Jacksonville at number 5, maybe.
I don't know.
Jacksonville, they need a receiver. They don't have anybody to throw to. They lost Evan Ingram. They lost their. They don't have. I mean, they didn't have any receivers anyway. They have. I don't know who Trevor Lawrence is going to throw to.
Yeah, well, there's some really good tight ends that are going to go in the top 15. Also, a couple of them, so they might go that way.
James is trying to argue with us on banners. You can just jump in and argue.
Yeah,
with us.
jump in, dude.
You don't need to do that many banners. You could just use your voice.
Bro, they have Brian Thomas Jr. He's a stud. That's
Sure.
the number one receiver. Like, so a lot of mocks that I've checked out is they have Jacksonville have taken him, or the Raiders is another one. Now that they re-signed Crosby, they need a guy in the middle to break so they're not triple teaming Crosby. And this,
Right.
like Johnny said, that's the best way to describe this kid is he's a fucking problem. Like you just can't stop him. It's like Ndamukong Suh at Nebraska. Remember when he was in college and he was up for the
Yeah.
Heisman and stuff? That's what that kid reminds me of. Just you can't block him. Like you have to figure out a completely separate game plan just for this dude. That's put that at the NFL level. Good luck running the ball. He's not gonna let you. Like
Fucks your whole day up.
yeah, exactly.
I think you might see a little bit more of that this year too, if he's healthy, from Cansey for the Bucks too. Because if you watched his film
good.
from Pittsburgh, the guy is in the backfield every fucking play. He's a problem. Also, he's not like a beefy, like I'm gonna like destroy you and throw your
He's
offensive
not that
lineman
big,
to.
no.
But he's in the fucking gap and he's knows where the ball is. He's intelligent. He's also a guy that's like, holy shit, why is this guy always on the fucking ball? Like, yeah, it's that's what you want, man. You want disruptors, either like full power that's just gonna bull rush the shit out of you, or you want somebody that's smart and can be where the ball is going to be at all times. Which is Reddick. That's one of the guys that. When he was, leading the league in sacks for a couple years there, was right up there. He wasn't one of these guys physically that was overpowering people. He's fast, but the big scouting report on Reddick, Hassan Reddick, that the Bucks just got, in case you were like, who's that? Is his football intelligence. So he does good film work. He's smarter. He's even said that in
How do they rate that?
well, it's there's ways of doing it. I mean, you got to go to like PFF for that kind of stuff, but you can see in film, that they know where the ball is and they're always around the ball. They know how to beat people. They have more than one move, especially edge rushers. If they have an arsenal of moves that they can use, it makes them really tough.
Like
and that's where the
it's like
intelligence comes in.
adaptability.
Yeah, exactly. Like they do film work on whoever the tackle is that they're going to be going up against, and they know how to beat that guy. That's where the intelligence comes in. It's not just some meathead in there.
Any dummy can follow a play that he practiced 200 times.
Yeah.
It's switching it up that is what's most valuable. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, just like good pitchers in baseball, like the real good pitchers, they do film study on every batter, analytics study, everything else. They know exactly what they'll bite on, when they'll do it, and everything else. And
Should they even fucking watch the tape on the umps
yes,
to see
exactly.
where their strike zones are? Yeah, they even watch,
dude.
like how they're going to be called. Yeah.
Yeah, so play smarter and play harder when it comes to sports. But yeah, it's like that with anything. Anybody who puts the work in, like with the preparation and everything, like comedy, stand-up comedy, like the people that actually write and are in their fucking notebook and really, up there working their material, are going to be way better than these people. It's like, I ain't got fuck. I'm the best. I'll just go up there and fucking wing it. No, you won't. Fuck off. Yeah. So I like it. I don't know. Oh yeah, we're talking about your stud. Anything else about your stud?
We were.
No, I think we covered it. I do like
Yeah, dude.
Jacksonville. I'm gonna be honest. I hit my vape pen so hard I forgot Brian Thomas Jr. existed.
In your
He
defense,
actually was like, yeah, he should. Yeah, but that makes more sense. I
No
get it. That
defense.
makes more sense now.
No defense necessary.
I was gonna say, in your defense, there's a ton of like really good receivers that have come out in the last 2 years, and if you're not like really, really paying attention and playing in like 5 fantasy leagues, they will slip through the cracks. You'll be like, fucking forgot about, Njigba. I forgot about him, But yeah, there's a lot of good receivers, and yeah, he's definitely one of them. So yeah, fuck Jacksonville,
Yeah, fuck Jacksonville. There you go.
fuck them and their dumb coach and their stupid fucking owner that looks like he's a villain from a James Bond movie. Fuck that guy.
Duval.
Yeah. Ooh.
No, well, you can't even boo it because it mutes us when he plays it.
So it becomes his podcast for a moment.
Yeah.
Oh,
God damn it.
All right.
How many sleepers you got for us this week, John?
I got one, dude. I'm gonna do one a week,
You got
man.
one.
It's
Okay.
yeah, it's just too much to do more than that, dude. Do I have an intro and a thing for it yet, or do I need to make one?
Oh, I can make it. I didn't make it yet. You
Oh,
always get mad at me when I make your intro.
I like it. All right, we'll do it. We'll do it.
I'll make you a
Johnny
song.
B's super sleeper. It's a guy that won't sleep with him because most likely he's
make it.
not gay. What?
I'll make it on the AI thing. You're the one who showed me about the AI thing.
I know, dude. You're welcome. My super sleeper of the week. You see him on the screen right now,
Style Mauler.
dude.
That's like a 90s video game.
I came up with that. You know, I put this.
Love it.
Wyatt Millum from West Virginia, baby. This guy just is, his stats alone, 6'6", 313 pounds.
Damn.
He's a guy that is a mauler for sure. Loves to run block. He has an engine. I mean, from whistle to whistle, he is trying to kill people, and that's what he loves. He's pretty athletic for a big guy. He's played tackle throughout his college career, but one of these guys that doesn't have the reach that you want for an offensive tackle in the NFL. So what do you do there? Especially somebody like Jason Light. He loves to grab these stud offensive tackles that don't measure up as a tackle, draft them, move them inside, and play them at guard. And that's what this guy will be in the NFL. He'll be a fucking run game machine at guard. And just another depth piece I would like to see the Bucs go out and grab if he's sitting around in like the 5th round. And he's a guy that he would not only be a depth piece, but might even take the starting job from somebody like Malk or Bredesen. Maybe not right out the gate, but he fits really kind of like what the Bucs do when it comes to
when is he projected to go? Because this seems like he should be an early round pick.
You would think so,
4th
but
or 5th, I think.
Yeah, he's
James
second
had
or
it up there a
third? Yeah,
second
okay.
ago.
okay. Well, the combine helped him out big time, because he
okay.
had
What
good.
did he do at the combine?
Well, he had a 5.27 40 for a tackle. That's pretty
Nice.
fucking good.
Yeah.
Anything under 5.5 is pretty solid.
I couldn't
But-
do it in 10.
Yeah. Also, I watched him. I watched the entire offensive line. It was the last day of the combine, and his cone drills. He looked great. Coming in and out of breaks when they go out there and they have him follow the football, all that stuff. He just looked real nimble for a 6'6" guy. And then I went and looked at some of his tape from West Virginia, and I go, oh yeah, that guy's a fucking maniac. That's who you want on the team. You don't want a nice offensive lineman ever, ever, ever. All your offensive linemen need to be dickheads. And this guy,
Tristan Wirfs, I've thought that about Tristan Wirfs for his whole career. That dude is so nice.
Oh,
He
no.
seems like such a sweet guy.
off the
And
field,
I'm like, dude, be mean. Be
No,
fucking
but this
ruthless.
guy from West Virginia, he was born
yeah,
with
he's
a
gonna-
lip full of dip.
he's gonna be
okay?
pissed.
He came out and he just went,
Yeah, dude.
spit some dip spit.
I want to make sure we have plenty of depth on the offensive line, and you can never
No, I
have,
agree.
yeah, you can never have good enough or enough guys like that on the team. And we got really lucky last year with the injuries on the O line. We only had like a couple times somebody needed to come in and fill in, and it could be way worse. So we need to make sure if a couple of guys go down, even for like for the season, God, I hope not. I don't want to jinx us, or even for a few games, you got somebody to come in. We drafted a guard last season, Klein, but when you see him practicing with the other offensive linemen, he doesn't look that big. I'm not saying he can't play, but I want a guy 6'6", 313 that's fucking crazy. Put him out there, let him run block
I mean,
for
that's
us.
a pretty fit 6'6" at
313
Yeah.
pounds? Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
It's a good sized boy. So that's my sleeper for the week. We'll see what happens. I mean, the draft is right around the corner. We're about a month and a half away, something like that. So yeah, we shall see. There's still some free agency stuff that could happen, but right now things are working more towards hockey playoffs coming up soon, NBA playoffs coming up soon, actual baseball coming up soon. So we got a lot of stuff.
WrestleMania.
Don't forget WrestleMania.
Don't forget WrestleMania. We're gonna have
No.
our
Also,
buddy
also
JJ
March
Curry.
Madness is about to start.
Yeah, March Madness is right about to start, and we're gonna have our buddy JJ Curry on to give us the update on this year's WrestleMania. I guess
John Cena is a bad guy
he turned
now.
heel, I guess,
boy.
and then
I saw it
guess
on Twitter.
Him and The Rock kissed on stage. I
Yeah.
heard.
That makes
They
sense.
kissed.
That's
That
hot.
makes sense.
I heard
Yeah.
they kissed.
Mm,
Those two would make a genetically perfect baby.
It's true.
I
That's a
guess. Who's the
buff-ass
girl?
baby.
No,
There's
no girl.
Oh.
You weren't listening, Johnny. I said those two.
Oh, so they just they jack off into a cup and then you take it to a
something
lab.
like that. Yep.
Just whip it around like a fucking.
Yeah, yeah.
You're making,
Pop it in an
like
easy
you're making a
bake oven,
meringue.
and then 9 months later, perfect baby.
And they got him in some like fucking scientific gym, like fucking Drago from fucking Rocky 4, and they're just like pumping him full of steroids and
He's just
running
pulling
him.
action poses.
Yeah.
He won't need
years old.
steroids. He's gonna
If
be
he
yoked.
dies, he dies.
No, steroids are in his blood.
Yeah,
He
he's
doesn't
already
even have
good.
to take them.
He comes
He's born
steroids.
with them, yeah.
He just when he comes, it's just like fucking cannon fire. It's like
You hear his sperm. They're just
So-
like, yeah, we're out.
let's go
Never
kill.
give up. Never surrender.
Never. Oh shit.
So yeah, we're gonna have a WrestleMania update, and it's gonna be at least as funny as what we just did. We could talk about Ray's future.
Yeah, I mean, right now, it's they're talking all the stadium stuff and everything. Obviously, Stu Sternberg came out and said that.
Backing out.
Well, yeah, that was last week. They're and look,
The
he
county,
does have some
came-
points.
The county came up with the funds.
Yep.
They were late, but the county
Sure.
did put the county did put the funds in escrow.
Yes.
I don't like those guys. I have a personal vendetta against one of the guys on the county commission.
Mm-hmm.
That guy. I
Mhm.
don't want to bring politics into this, but you know who I'm fucking talking about.
I
don't like any of them.
Real far.
I don't like
But
any of
yeah,
them.
so
This is
So,
going towards manifesto territory.
we're not going into my manifesto. Check out my other podcast, Something Planet, where I will be reading my manifesto next week.
Oh my god. Well, here's the thing that a lot of people don't understand. Like, since the hurricane came through and destroyed the Trop and also destroyed the St. Pete Times building and destroyed a lot of homes and
A
everything
lot
else.
of fucked up places.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
insurance
not
is
just one hurricane, 3 hurricanes.
right. So insurance is going through the roof, and no pun intended, but to insure the new stadium, it's going to be way more than it was
Totally.
estimated before the hurricanes came through. So the team has to pay for that. So that's one of the things that they're
But also,
figuring in.
But also, the team dropped a bunch of their fucking coverage before these hurricanes came through. That has been confirmed. They took a lot less coverage
Hmm.
before 2024.
Yeah, they didn't think God was going to come through and fuck everything up like this.
Ass
Yeah.
fuck us.
They were probably like,
Unbelievable.
yeah, we'll be fine. What's the roof made out of? It's not fabric,
made out-
right?
it's
It's
made
not
out-
made out of a
It's not
sheet,
made out of
is
cloth,
it?
is
Yeah.
it?
Well, you didn't know I want to factor in like an act of God. Like if somebody like called you up from Geico and they're like, "Hey, we're looking over your policy. You don't have anything here for locusts. Do you want us to write something in?" You'd be like, "No, we're good." And then the next day, fucking
Yeah,
swarm
I mean,
of locusts.
it was considered. I mean, like I can't get too mad at them for dropping some coverage because it was considered such a safe building that it was housing linemen in preparation of fixing power lines after
Yeah.
the storms, and they had to evacuate the fucking linemen because they were sleeping on the field.
It was all just a plot to kill all the linemen.
Yeah, God damn it.
I just I thought it was funny that nobody like in the Tampa Bay area or the world knew that this fucking thing was covered by a fancy tarp. Like I thought it was
I
a
did.
solid roof the whole time.
No, I knew it was a tarp. That's why they make you go. They make you get out of the seats if the lightning's too bad. Have you ever been there when they did that?
You have to get out of the tent. There's lightning.
Yeah, no. If I guess if lightning starts striking close to the stadium, they're like everybody fucking go down to the concession stands.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
had no idea that it was made out of cloth.
Yeah, no, it's totally made.
I would have gone there even less.
Yeah, it's cloth, but it's still a very comfortable 75 degrees. Okay.
Oh, it's nice inside.
Very nice.
Yeah, I enjoy an indoor stadium, even if it's old and raggedy and looks like it should be housing yard
And they are
sales.
fixing it. They're fixing it, so we'll be back there next year.
I'm excited about the reno. Like it's going to be, you know, like we'll get 1 year where it's in Tampa and it's like outdoors and it's not really our stadium. And then while they're doing this, you know, that'll fly right by. And then we get to go to a renovated thing. The question is, where are they going to be in 3 years? Because if a deal's going to happen
Right,
in
it's gonna
St.
be-
Pete or Tampa, they need to get it fucking going. Like
Yeah,
now.
Well, yeah, Tampa has stepped up, or at least the mayor has. You know, mayor is full of shit most of the time, anyway. But the mayor has
She in your manifesto, dude?
She might be. She
God, you
might
better
be.
hope these people don't show up dead. You're going to be in trouble, dude.
I am way too lazy to commit any crime.
I like Jane Castor. You know, we you know, we're on first
She's
name
okay.
basis. You know, we're cool.
She's all right as a mayor, but just the job in itself is
It sucks.
just, you know,
Yeah,
you're
it's a
you're
shitty
going to be
job.
full of shit half the time.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's expressed interest. There's a group working in St. Pete to keep them in St. Pete, and then there's a group called the worst fucking thing I've ever heard, the Orlando Dreamers. I'm hoping that's not the name of the team
Not happening, dude.
that wants to bring them to Orlando. And for one, the Orlando Dreamers sounds like a special needs softball team. Okay? Let's not.
It
fucking
definitely
make that.
sounded like those
Yeah.
people were that word we wouldn't say
By the
earlier.
way, if that was a
Do
thing,
not name them that.
if that was a thing, I'm a season ticket holder for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be fun. But they wouldn't have fun with it. They wouldn't lean into it.
I don't care, dude. I don't. Seventh inning stretch. You look over, they're just chewing on the bat. Oh my god, it'd be fucking perfect, dude.
So
I'm in.
Before we talk more about the future, let's talk about a little bit about this season. Rays opening day has not sold out yet.
No,
and I
it's sold
posted a
out.
thing- Did it? Because I looked
Yeah.
today and it was not sold out.
Yeah, well, Nick Wise from WDAE went on Twitter today, and he's local sports media, and he said this is false information. They are actually sold out. So
I looked at that. I saw the post and I reposted it, but not before I went onto the ballpark app, and there were a shit ton of tickets still
Really?
available at a fucking 10:30 in the morning.
wow.
Aren't they like $150 now? $200, something like that? Just for,
they're
like,
down. The
decent
cheapest
seats?
seat I think is like $150.
That's wild,
Which
man.
this the Rays ownership, fucking Stu Steinberg, they've always been really shitty about these like price hikes during like games that they know are going to be popular, and that is why we didn't sell out any of our playoff games last season. Is because they made the tickets all like fucking $300 a piece, and it was 2 day games, I think. So you had to take off of work and pay like $200. So like they didn't even sell out the playoff games because of these shitty price hikes.
I'm on the website right now looking for tickets for Game 1 against the Rockies on March 28th.
It
And
was as of like this morning, there was still
Yeah.
a lot of tickets.
I'm trying to see here. Yeah, let's see. Seat map. Yeah, it looks like there are some tickets available,
Yeah,
but
so who are you quoting there?
a
'Cause he's
fucking
full of
local
shit.
sports
Yeah, who is that?
journalist Nick Wise from
Nick
WDAE.
Wise seems to be full of shit because I can still buy a ticket right now.
Well, he only has a Saturday show. You know, what are you going to do? He's not a Monday through
Well, hey,
Friday.
if you're wrong, right?
The real personalities in radio have a morning show Monday through Friday. You know, like some fucking, not some dipshit that's only on the weekends. Ugh.
Listen to Johnny B every morning at 10 a.m. on 102.5 The Bone, everyone.
Damn right, folks.
Fucking do it.
Yeah, I'm actually doing the Mike Calta show today, tomorrow, and Wednesday because 2 of their members are out for spring break. So I'm running the board. So I'm producing,
Nice.
running the board, and chiming in with the stuff. And yeah, it's a lot stressful, you know. But no, I'm doing all that, and then of course the after show is doing quite well, and a lot of people are coming out to shows and stuff. So it's I'm very lucky.
Yeah, I heard a lot of
strongly
people are
recommend.
listening.
I strongly recommend if you're a stand-up comedian, get a morning radio show. It's going to help bring people out. Just make it happen.
Oh, James really wants us to say that Ken Welch, the mayor of St. Pete, also full of shit.
Yes.
Saying that bridge has been burned. Well, you're a politician, so get over it. Like if the Rays want to be here, then make it fucking happen, dipshit.
Yeah, we don't want a Major League
I don't
Baseball
want to
team.
work with it. Like, well, you're a fucking mayor, so you get to work with whoever the fuck we tell you to work with.
You serve the people,
Yeah,
shitface.
shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I'm looking at ticket prices right now for Steinbrenner, and
It's crazy. But 3 weeks from now, we can get tickets for $20 a piece.
well, you could sit out in the berm seats. They said they're going to do like a couple days before each game. You could just get the standing room or sitting on the grass seats or whatever for $20.
These were actual seats I saw for like Rays versus Pirates, $20. Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. Who cares about the
It's not gonna be
Rockies?
that bad.
Yeah, I think it will settle down. It's just
And
Yeah, it's just because it's opening day.
the opening day tickets have been going down and down because Quentin Green, he told me he brings his kid to opening day every single year, and he was saying that it was when the tickets prices first went up, you couldn't even buy them yet. It was like $600 for two,
Damn.
and now it's down to $300 for two. And
I have an idea. I have an idea.
have a feeling it's going to go. Last year, I looked it up because everybody was arguing on a post that I made, which is hilarious. Last year, the cheapest ticket for opening day was $70. I had to look it up because Johnny scored us free tickets from somebody last year. And
Morning radio, baby, Lego.
Yeah. So, I mean, honestly, we all knew that it was going to be a price
It's
hike.
just a matter of not as many seats. I mean, I don't think it's
Right.
Yeah,
It's
supply and
I
demand.
don't think it's a bad thing. Yeah.
But they just haven't figured out what the supply
But
is
you need
yet,
to- yeah.
because as soon as they said they were playing in Tampa, everybody that didn't go to games in St. Pete was like, we're definitely coming. So then they jacked the rates up.
Yep.
Well, yeah, it's supply and demand, and I think they're going to try to figure out like what they can charge to get asses in seats. Like they're going to see in the first month, like, all right, we tried to do this $350 fucking ticket thing. People don't want to do it, and so now we'll settle it down. It's going to be more than a regular like Tropicana Field game because
Of course.
there's limited seats, and they still have to pay these players and pay the state. Everybody has to. They got to recoup some of the money. They can't
And
just.
plus the $15 million to the Yankees for just
Yes.
using the stadium.
Yeah. So I mean, as much as you want to eat the
Cocksucker. We
rich,
have to pay them.
Yeah, we have to pay
What
them.
a fucking
we
bunch
added,
of bullshit that is. That's
we
a,
added $15 million to their payroll, like as
Ugh.
if they needed any more to their fucking payroll.
I guess
Yeah,
it
but
makes sense. But
is that
whatever.
not a motivator to fucking win the division? No, like
Yeah.
that's such a
Just beat
motivator.
them every time at their field.
That's
Yeah.
locker room? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's the build or what do you call it? Whiteboard material. Yeah, so it's
that's the word.
yeah, you put that up in the locker room, be like, hey, they owe us 15 million, so let's just fucking take the division from them. That's worth 15 million right there. You know, and fucking they can watch us play in the playoffs in their minor league stadium. That'd be beautiful.
Yeah, they can watch us get beat by the Dodgers in the World Series.
Again. Yeah.
Again.
Oh, by the way, I put a bet today for the Rays to win the World Series. I bet $4.40. It was the odd money I had on my account.
Okay.
So $4.40 will get you $219, I believe, right off the top of my head. It was it was $200 in change if they win the World Series. I'm like, all right, that's a good $4.
I got better
investment.
odds.
Yeah.
I got better odds a month ago. I think I get like 500.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
All right. So either way, it's fun
I'm
to.
not gonna make that bet.
You want to save your
It's just a small
$4?
bet. It's a
Yeah, I'm gonna save my
$5
$4. I'm gonna
bet.
buy
Who
another
cares?
Gatorade.
Yeah, I'll get another zero sugar Gatorade.
Way to be healthy and hydrated.
I am.
But,
I feel great. Thank you.
But yeah,
You
the Rays,
fucks.
the Rays' future. I think I want them to stay here. I can't support a team called the Orlando Dreamers.
Mm-mm.
That would make me support them more if they did go full Down syndrome with it. Like if their mascot was like a 23rd chromosome, I would totally support that team. I'm glad we came back around because I thought of that joke too late last time.
Well, fuck me then. No,
Dude, I'm all about doing I'll do the national anthem at the Dweamers games all day long.
Yes.
No, I want
all handicap parking.
I want the Rays in either St. Pete or Tampa. I want them in the Tampa Bay area somewhere.
Dude, I want to get ice cream out of one of their batting helmets. That's like 6 gallons of ice cream, dude. So good.
Oh God, I'm so glad we came back around to this.
You started off so polite, Johnny.
I want to look at some.
I want to talk about. I want to talk about this new guy Simpson on the Rays. Saw some clips of him playing the other day, and one of his bunts looks like he made it from home to first in under 3.5 seconds.
I think he's the fastest player, and we could look at the banner and see what James thinks. But
No,
I
Ellie
believe
Cruz, I looked it up, is the fastest. He made it to first base in 3.1 seconds last.
Well,
season.
no, I mean in Ray's history, I think
in Rays
Simpson,
history, I think he's the fastest.
like
for
faster
sure.
than Crawford, like fast. Yeah. So, yeah, I've watched probably 10 spring training games, and he's one of the guys that I'm looking out, to make the roster, like to be up,
I think so.
in the bigs more often, just because he's such a weapon. Just pinch run the fucking guy every time anybody with questionable speeds on first base, just put the guy in, because he's a solid center fielder. But man, what a weapon
on defense.
Just a weapon on the bases, though. Like fucking, it's like having a double every single time. He's gonna steal that base, and they can't stop it
every single fucking time.
Yeah, he'll win you 5, 6, 7
30.8 feet per second.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's nasty.
So yeah, he could run like a 4-second 40.
Yeah.
He's fast. So
all right. Yeah,
blow his fucking
that's
hips
fast.
out.
All right.
I like him, and he's made some highlight catches in the outfield too. Like he's good. So we'll see what happens.
To have a guy as fast as like Ellie De La Cruz is a huge weapon.
Yeah, you want that. You want that all day long. And look, we don't need a lot of runs this year if our pitching staff stays healthy right where they're at right now. They're fucking gross.
Exactly.
We have a gross pitching. Us and the Dodgers, it's neck to neck. I think our pitching staff's way better than the Yankees even. They're really fucking good.
We
up
could
and down.
probably average 4 runs a game and fucking take the division.
Yes.
With that pitching staff, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, Camanero's hitting the ball really, really well. Jensen's hitting the ball well. We were chatting the other day about Curtis Mead, the Aussie. He's put on 15
Mead,
pounds.
It's Curtis Mead, mate. We shout that at him at the games.
Yeah, he's put on 15 pounds of muscle, and he's smashing the ball right now in spring training. He's hitting over 600.
There's lots of protein in kangaroo tail.
Yeah, he's eating some wallabies, mate.
Curtis Mead, mate.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ. I wasn't ready for that.
That was one of the Dreamers.
That's the Orlando Dreamers, everyone.
Good meat, mate. All right, bye.
Man. Oh, that was perfect, dude. If that was radio, I would have punched in the break right then. That would have been perfect. No tease, just.
We can jump into the final segment, and that is This Is a Fucking Sport?
Perfect.
Do it.
Welcome to This Is a Fucking Sport with John J. Murray. This week we are covering, by request, I don't know who requested it, but Banana Ball.
By the way,
we talked about it last week.
We talked about it last week, but we didn't show
It
any
sounded
of it.
so stupid.
It is, and now I have all the rules. So the rules actually, well, we know it's a lot of dancing. Quite a bit of it's kind of like the Harlem Globetrotters are mixed with Magic Mike. So
God.
women really like it. Yeah,
It's fake.
Oh,
It's fake. They play the same. They
that's how
play
they
the
sell out.
same team every week, and they
Not
beat
true.
them.
Not true. I believe there are 4 or 6 banana ball teams now. Yeah, they're expanding it.
Oh, so it's not just the fucking rocker or what do they? What
It's,
do they?
the party animals,
Party
and
animals.
the Savannah Bananas, and then I don't think the party animals have a city. Maybe
No, they're the Washington
they're
Generals.
just the bad guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
they party everywhere.
Which is
They don't need a special place.
Which Washington Generals is what I really, really wanted them to replace the Redskins with. I just thought that would have been so funny.
That'd be cool.
God.
Yeah, and they only lose one game a year to the Globetrotters.
They lose it's a football team, but they lose every time of the Globetrotters.
Yeah. You know what? You know what I'm annoyed by, and real quick before you actually show some footage. I'm annoyed. The big thing today, and I think maybe you even posted it about how they sold out the Savannah Bananas game at Raymond James Stadium, like 65,000 people, but we can't sell out the Rays game.
Honestly, I want to tell you why I posted that.
Yeah.
It's not because I don't understand the nuances between selling tickets. It's because I knew if I posted that, 1 million people would argue in the comments.
Yeah, I know what you're doing.
And then Meta would pay me for that.
I know what you're doing. Yeah. But what people don't understand, people that are going to Savannah Banana games aren't baseball fans.
No.
They're fans of things that they see on TikTok and Instagram.
TikTok. Yeah, they're TikTok people.
Yeah, dude. So
This
it's
sounds like there's going to be a lot of
viral.
women there.
There was.
Women love it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it sounds like
It's
okay.
like moms.
that didn't come through last week.
Yeah, no, moms our age really love it.
Okay.
Whatever
Yeah.
social media tells you, you do it. Like, especially dumb girls, right? Like when Matt Rife blew up on TikTok,
Right.
right? Like
Not a bad comedian, but
no,
like
but
a
I
blow-up
remember
comedian.
Matt Rife being a touring feature, nice
He's
guy,
pretty good,
funny
yeah.
comic, yeah.
Yeah.
But people went fucking nuts because TikTok saturated everybody's timelines. The girls went crazy because he's a handsome guy that's funny and does all the crowd work. People were hitting me up, friends of mine.
Yeah, he flirts with women when he's doing his crowd work or whatever, and they love that shit.
There was friends of mine, girls that weren't coming to my shows that were DMing me going, "Hey, can you get me tickets for Matt Rife when he comes to town? Get the fuck out of here." They saw a 30-second clip of him and they're like, "Oh, he's my favorite comedian. I got to see him." Same thing. Savannah Bananas. People see they're really entertaining for 30 seconds at a time on TikTok. I mean,
Yeah,
I remember
started watching it during the pandemic, I think.
that's when
And
everybody
that's when
blew up.
I think that's when but I've watched the full games on YouTube, and it looks pretty fucking fun, honestly.
They keep it entertaining, but yeah,
Keep it entertaining. the
Everything
entire
looked
time.
entertaining during fucking lockdown.
It's closer. Well,
That's
it's,
the only reason
it's-
Tiger
watching-
King was a hit.
I was
right,
watching
it's closer
cornhole
to-
tournaments.
Yeah.
It's closer to WWE than it is baseball. But these people are professional baseball players or college baseball players.
They're
or,
good
you
at
know,
baseball.
people that like these people are actually good, and they integrate stunts into it or whatever. So like the outfielders try to like top each other's record of like doing a backflip before they catch the pop up.
Cute.
Yeah.
It's dumb shit that college age kids would do.
Yeah, I get it.
You know,
I don't even
college
like
age
it.
kids are writing this shit.
I don't like it when a major league player one hand catches a ball in the outfield. I'm like, motherfucker, fundamentals. Get under the fucking thing.
Yeah, you
Stop
get paid
being
too
cute.
much to play around. But no, these guys are encouraged to dick around. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and it's
So-
entertainment, because TikTok says go do this. Like, think about like during the pandemic is when all this stuff started blowing up. Think about like artists that nobody would have gave a shit about without TikTok and Instagram. Jelly Roll, right?
I never
He's-
saw him on TikTok. I
That's
never
where
saw
he
him
that's
until
where he
after.
fucking blew up. He blew up on TikTok.
Wasn't on my algorithm.
Yeah, he was in everybody else's, because everybody's like, whoa, this guy is a spectacle. He's 500 pounds. He sings. He's
He's
got
got a
this.
good voice.
It's great.
It's
you know.
fine.
It's not as good as Johnny
It's
B's
fine.
voice. Okay,
I'm
I was
not
going to say
saying that.
Johnny B,
I'm
if he
not
had
saying
face
that.
tattoos, could have been
I'll
jealous.
say it.
I'm
You
not
get a fucking
saying that.
teardrop tattoo.
I'm
and go
not
on TikTok.
saying that.
No, you
I'm
have a
not
good
saying-
voice. I'm saying.
No.
No, it's too late now. You
I'm
can't do
saying-
it now, but you could
He's
have.
very
You don't have
likable.
to say it. I'm saying.
Jelly
you
Roll's a
have better
likable
voice.
guy. He's a nice man, and he sings pretty well, and he's
He seems nice. He
marketed
seems really nice.
perfectly. No, I know people that know him, and they said it's not fake. He's really a sweetheart. But like Teddy Swims is a great singer, but
That's
he's also,
he can sing much better.
he's a weird looking guy too.
He is a
And-
weird looking guy.
He's just strange in general.
Yeah,
but
he's a
that's
weird
why
guy.
he blew up. People want that different thing. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, look, this fucking guy looks like a, the Sons of Anarchy tattoo artist, and he's out here singing R&B. He looks great. Same thing, Jelly Roll. Like it was like, oh, this is something I want to see more of. It's kind of like a freak show with talent. And even stuff like fucking Taylor Swift. She's talented. She has a following, but it became this thing because of social media told you have to go to her concerts. It's an event. Then they started charging thousands of dollars and people were paying it. And they know 2 songs. Like they don't give a fuck about her, but they have to be there.
People want the experience.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with that, though. It's a fun experience, even if you're not that big of a fan. If you're having a fucking great time while it's happening, then
I don't mind. I don't care. Spend your money any way you want.
I'm not going to blow hundreds of dollars on the tickets, but whatever.
Well, honestly,
Go
back
nuts.
to the Savannah Bananas. Part of that whole blow up is, and we were talking about it earlier, is ticket prices. Now, the Savannah Bananas do not fuck with price hikes. Tickets, I think, are the same for everybody across the board. It's a lottery system. So, you have to win. Because I've tried to go, and I think you have to win 2 separate lotteries just to be able to buy tickets in a certain window. But they're cheap.
I guess if they have that many people trying to go, good for them. I mean, they must be doing
that many
something
people
right.
are trying to go, but the tickets are cheap. The tickets are like $25 or $35 or something like that. And you can't resell them, so there's no one fucking going on the ticket resale site and charging $1,000 for them.
Yeah.
So regular people that want to go actually get to go.
And I think that's one of the things that people like about them is that, they're keeping it like that. And it's almost fun to win the lottery system.
Why can't you resell them? What if I can't go or something?
If you can't go, then you can't go. Yeah.
Fuck that. Standing in the way of free market capitalism.
Yeah.
I hate them.
I saw people posting that they were selling their tickets on Facebook and shit. So I don't know how they were doing it.
I mean, maybe if you have hard copies, you can do the old school scalping method, but you can't do.
I guess with electric tickets, you just can't transfer them.
Basically, what they're trying to prevent is a fucking ticket reselling site that's powered by AI jumping in there and buying a shit ton of tickets and then selling them for as much as it deems it could possibly sell them for.
Do you think there's a chance some of these major league baseball markets, a lot of them, including the Rays that have poor attendance, that they may go, hey, let's dip our toe in a little wackiness to get some people to come out to our fucking games. Maybe we won't do it on the field. Maybe we'll just have DJ Kitty fist fight fucking Raymond, before the game or after the game.
They do that now with the concert series. I mean, that's cool.
What they could do is make like every city that wants to participate could do a banana ball team, and they could play when the MLB team is on the road, and they could do a banana ball game. It might not be the Bananas every time, but it would be
other fruit.
One of the. It would be some other dumbass fucking team name.
Has to be fruit
and they would do
based.
dances and stuff. But anyway, let's fucking knock this shit out.
Yeah, show me some footage of these dancing boys.
So this is Raymond James. They sold out Raymond James.
God.
Gay.
Oh
Gay.
my God.
They gotta
Real
do their-
gay.
Yep. So let me go over the rules real quick. So instead of tallying all the runs, each inning is worth 1 run. So whoever has the most runs in said inning gets 1 point.
That's so stupid.
Well, it makes the game faster. 2-hour time limit. Game ends at
I like
2
that.
hours.
I love that.
Batter can't step out.
Love that.
So yeah, it's like you can't step out. You can't take a break. No bunting. Bunting's gone.
All the players have to be handsome.
Well, honestly, bunting is gone, but there's still like a bunt-like rule. So you see that crazy run to first base. So batters can steal. So there's no bunting, but batters can steal first base whenever the fuck they want. So if like a ball goes sailing over your head and the catcher misses it, you can run to first base.
Nice.
Yeah, just whenever you think you can make it, you can fucking run to first base.
The uniform rules are very loose.
Yeah, we're having fun here.
You can wear a cape, no sleeves.
Why is everyone dressed like Law Smith?
Yeah, everyone's dressing because these are Law Smith's people. Okay,
Yeah.
These guys, these baseball bros. So no walks allowed. What happens if there's a fourth ball?
Oh, that was kind of impressive.
Yeah, they do it a lot. Yeah.
If there's a fourth ball, what happens is instead of a walk, the catcher has to throw it into the infield, and everyone in the infield has to touch the ball before they throw it to first base and get him out.
What if you hit someone with the ball?
I don't know.
I like that the umpires also do flips.
Yeah, I don't know.
Have you
They do
noticed?
flips in the outfield. Look how big that left field is. It looks so stupid.
That's how it is. That's how it's going to look at Raymond James. These are probably all football
This is
stadiums.
Raymond James.
Oh,
this is Raymond
James.
James. Yes. It
No,
will
that's-
look
oh,
exactly
Oh, good.
like
So
this.
it does look stupid. Yes.
Yeah.
No, because all the people that were saying, like, why have the Tropicana field? They could just play at Raymond James. That's why, because it looks retarded. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I didn't mean to say that. I mean, it's special.
It looks like a Dreamers game.
It looks like an Orlando.
Yes. We're back, baby.
That's the name of the episode is the Dreamers.
Dweamers in the outfield.
Dweamers.
The Dweamers.
No mound visits.
In the Dreamers, if you hit a player with a ball, they beat you to death with their bat.
Fans can make an out. Do you like this, Matt?
What?
Fans can get an out.
How? Oh, if I catch it,
If you catch a foul ball in the stands, that's an out.
that's fun.
Yeah.
Nice.
I like that. It's kind of like it makes me want to watch basketball.
Yeah,
Like it's kind of that
good.
vibe. Yeah.
There's a showdown tiebreaker. So if a game is tied after 9 innings or 2 hours, then they do a pitcher, a batter, and one fielder. And then-
Aren't the games scripted?
no, they're not scripted.
Oh, okay.
No, they're actually playing against.
Oh,
each
all
other.
right.
Yeah.
So
it's-
the bananas can lose.
yeah, the bananas.
there's a
lose,
girl on
quite a
stilts.
bit.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
If
It's
you can pitch on if you can pitch on stilts, like we said last episode, you're on the team.
Yep.
yeah, I don't know, man. Like
What else? We got the
I
golden
mean-
batter rule, so a team can send up their best batter at any time.
That's
they were talking about doing a rule like that in Major League Baseball. They were
I
kicking
know,
us
and then
around.
everyone made fun of the commissioner for mentioning that.
Yeah, 'cause that would be horrible. Absolutely
Terrible,
horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I would go to a Bananas game if I didn't have to sit outside in the heat and around a bunch of jagoffs. If I was in a suite and could have
I tried to go at
hard
Tropicana
pass.
Field.
Yeah.
No, it was at Steinbrenner Field. I tried to go to that one. I tried to go to this one.
now a Dreamers game.
all over it,
There.
dude. Season
I'm
ticket
there.
holder.
The
That's gonna be air
fucking
conditioned
opening
for
day.
Sure.
Yeah.
I want to sing the national anthem. Opening day for the Dweamers. Man, dude, I love it. That would be the most fun ever.
All right. Well, that's Banana Ball. Yeah, it's weird.
Ugh.
And that was by
Good for them.
request. And congratulations to the Savannah Bananas for selling out their first NFL stadium.
Impressive.
It's
Impressive.
impressive.
That's impressive.
Very
yeah.
nice. Very
And
nice.
Twice, right? Two games.
Was it? Yeah, I think it was
Yeah.
2 games. Yeah.
I don't know.
Played in Miami the week before and sold that all out.
Good, man.
So-
I'm happy for them. I'm glad that they have a product that everybody loves and that they're thriving, and it's just all good stuff. I'm not a hater at all.
If it
Just not for
brings more people to get interested in baseball, then yeah, I think it's.
I don't
good.
know if it is though. I don't know if it will because
so.
As someone who's not interested in baseball, I can tell you it's not.
It's not. It's
Yeah.
not helping.
somebody told me today that their daughter and their wife went, and they said that their daughter had no interest in baseball, and then after the Savannah Bananas game, said, "Hey, I want to go watch a Rays game now." And I said to them, "Your daughter is going to fall asleep at a real baseball game if she thinks that's what baseball is. She's going to be like, they're not dancing or anything. Like,
Well,
what
you
the
never know.
fuck?"
Oh
That's-
yeah, little kid would never. Yeah, that's who it's for.
Yeah,
It's definitely it's for little kids and their 37-year-old moms.
Yeah.
well, it's like
basically what
it's
it's
all
for.
all the girls that would like start paying attention to Kansas City Chiefs because of Taylor Swift and Travis Kelsey, and they were just
Exactly.
they had no idea what was happening on the field. They didn't give a shit.
Yeah,
and if
it's like Taylor
Travis Kelsey,
Swift, but for MLB.
yeah. So I mean,
I mean, I agree with that. You know, I know what it is. I like it, but
Yeah.
it's stupid as fuck.
I would
I like
rock a
tons of
bananas.
stupid things.
I would-
Yeah,
I would-
I like lots of stupid
I
stuff.
like
Yeah.
stupid shit. I like
sure.
Star Wars. Okay, Star Wars is dumb as fuck.
if somebody bought me a Savannah Bananas jersey, I'd rock that bitch. You know what I mean?
Somebody
Like,
bought me the cap. I wear it all the time, and I get complimented constantly.
well, that to your face.
Yeah, afterwards they're like, "Look at this fucking Orlando
know.
dreamer."
Oh, that's a new euphemism. He's a real dreamer, that
He's a
one.
real Orlando dreamer.
I don't want to say I have any time to kill. I'm a pretty busy guy, but as a graphic artist, I will be designing the Orlando Dweamers hat really, really soon. So
Oh no.
let's see what we can do for that. It'll be the first merch that we have from the Three Ugly Mugs. So
Ooh, I don't hate it.
come out and buy our Dweamers hats at the next show.
Before we get out of here, follow us on YouTube at youtube.com /@3UglyMugs, on Instagram at JohnJSPlanet, at Matt Fernandez World, at Johnny B Tampa, at 3UglyMugs, and at JRB Comedy. We're going to be at the Commodore on April 5th, and we're
Coming
also...
up.
Hell yeah, we
That's
are.
coming up, and then we're going to be. When is our baseball talk? Is that April 22nd?
No, it's in May. Damn it.
May. Sorry,
I think it's May 28th. In fact, I'm positive it's May 28th.
May 29th.
I have it right up here
29th.
on my calendar. It's May 29th, guys. There we
May
go.
29th, we're going to be talking about the history of baseball in the Tampa Bay area. And there's actually some baseball people coming out. We got the guy from Major League is going to be out there.
The Wild Thing, baby.
Wild Thing himself is going to be talking with us. And then I've invited Wade.
We're telling people Charlie Sheen's going to come, and they're going to be like, what the fuck?
Don't be mad.
I'm not saying he's coming, but I have invited Wade Boggs several times. I keep asking him, and he keeps not responding to my emails.
Oh, I can make that happen.
Let's get Boggs out there. Yeah, let's
Yeah,
go
not a
full
problem.
on Tampa history.
Me and old Boggsy, we're good, dude. Yeah, we'll be fine.
Boggsy.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
probably like, don't call me that.
I will bring 40 beers to the show. If that'll get Boggs out there, I'll bring several cases of beer. Okay.
You leave a trail of beers from his house to the show, like Reese's Pieces for ET. You leave them there in the morning, and by that evening, 40 beer Boggs will show up to the show.
Oh, congratulations to Wade Boggs. He just announced he was cancer free. He beat cancer.
Hell yeah, dude.
So
Which
yeah,
proves
so he's
beer-
definitely down to party.
yeah,
beer is good for you, folks. It's proof. Drink it;
Yeah.
it will kill your cancer.
drink 40 Coors Lights a day. You
Hell
know?
yeah, dude.
It's fine.
It's fine. I had 4 beers the other day, and it was Coors Light because that's all they had. And then, like 2 hours later, I was driving. I was
You
fine.
just had to piss your pants.
I was fine, but I thought if I did get pulled over and the cop asked me if I was drinking, I could probably be honest, and he would be fine with. I'd be like, "Yes, I've been drinking, but it's Coors Light," and he'd be like, "Oh fuck, get out of here, dude." Yeah,
I love shitty bars that have one craft beer on the menu, and I'm the one who orders it, and every time the bartender's like, "What?"
Yeah.
Like they don't even know that they have it, and then
Yeah,
they have to
they're like,
look
"What?"
for it. Because that happened at Bonkers. I was like, "Let me get a Voodoo Ranger," and he was like, "A what?"
Huh?
And I was like, "Voodoo Ranger," and he was like, "Fuck, all right." And he had to dig through the
Yeah, he's
coolers
like, I
to
know
find
it's here
it,
somewhere.
past all the Heineken and Yingling,
like, did you say Orlando
Bud
Dreamers?
Light.
Is that what you said?
It's because they're not a beer town. Like you go to, I mean,
No, it's just like a lot of shitty dive bars are like
yeah,
that.
it's not a beer town. Like you go to the Rays game or the Bucks game, they got Voodoo Ranger
Yeah.
on tap. You know, like
Like the shitty bars that just have Mick Ultra and Bud Light.
yeah.
Yeah, I did at a dive bar in Georgia. I was trying to find anything that just wasn't like regular shitty beer, and they go, "Oh, we have some Killians," and I'm like, I haven't even heard that name for a
Irish
beer.
Red.
Irish
Yeah.
Red, it's not good either.
It's all right.
It's fine, but I said, yeah, if it's between that and like Miller Lite, give me the
Yeah, I'll
Killians,
take it
right?
over.
Yeah, oh,
I'll
of
take it over
course.
Miller
Well,
Lite,
they pop it out the bottom of this fucking cooler,
It's
and if
dusty
John
as fuck.
Tapper was there, he would have lost his goddamn mind. They go to hand it to me, and I see the cap is rusted. So I'm like, that's been in there for a long fucking time,
Yeah,
man.
what's the brew date on that?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, she tried to open it, and she was like, "Ah, God, I guess it's not a twisted." I go, "That you need tools. Like you need to go to Home Depot to get that fucking cap. I don't want it now.
Just
No,
wrench it off of there.
He puts on
No.
a soldering iron, lowers
Yeah.
down those big ass masks.
yeah,
Well,
no,
let's get the fuck out of here, guys.
Let's do
sounds
it.
good, buddy.
We're out of here. Make sure to listen to Johnny on the radio every morning this week.
I'll be in
For the
Raleigh
Mike
this
Calta
weekend.
show.
Raleigh Comedy Festival. Come see me.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, Raleigh Comedy Festival for Matt, and yeah, listen to Johnny on 102.5 The Bone, and let's check me out on Something Planet. It's youtube.com @somethingplanet. Good night.
Bye bye.
Bye.